Right, do we have audio? I have visual. Let me do a quick check. Can people do a quick check for me? Put in the comments. Yep. Again, my software screwed up again. I'm having massive problems with OBS at the minute. So just give me a moment. Yeah. Bear in mind, I know it's done 2 bloody streams. Not the case. It's not meant to be 2. It's meant to be 1. Have a look. And once again, audio gone. There we go. Okay, that cable knackered. Brilliant, thank you, Jay. Just give me a moment. That can go to fucking Newcastle. There we go. I can hear myself now, I think. Yep, there we go, sorted. Right, let me just put this live, just put this in Twitter and stuff like that, and then we'll get talking about the whole situation at our club and the fucking nightmare it kind of put us in 3 weeks before the season even starts. What fun this is going to be. Yay. So, Chris Houghton has already turned us down, by the way, which is great. There's now people who have gone, who are looking at other people. There's a list of people I really, really don't want. And I think there's also a list of people who everyone else wants, who don't want. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Go to Facebook. I apologise for people just coming in. I ain't got much to say yet. Yeah, he had declined the position, mate. It's one of those ones where he's literally one of those ones where I think it's a job too soon for him and he wants to spend time with family. No one knows. It's one of those strange situations. It's not great when you think about it. But it's first one turned down, so we'll see what happens. Alright. Just give me a moment, guys. Start putting my thoughts out there. I already made one video about it today. If you've not seen it, there might be another one later. We don't want somebody to come to the club who doesn't want to be here again. We've got to make the right call again. Right, I think what's that? There we go. Right, there we go. I do not know the three C guy speakers. Will they technically don't until we find some? No, the 3 Steves are so it technically Steve Bruce, Steve Agnew, and Steve Clement. He's taking his coaching staff with him. Yeah, we got big issues now because of Houghton turning us down. Like there's a list out there which I don't like the looks of, which is Pulis, Moy, Monk, Hughes, Karanka, McLaren, Pardew, Atkins, Martinez. I don't want Pulis, I don't want Moyes, I definitely don't want Monk. Hughes could be one of those ones that go for it just because of the relationship he got with the sports science bloke. Karanka's a good shout. It's a foreign manager. He did quite well at Middlesbrough and steadied the ship a little bit. And he was a little bit unlucky at Forest because of the situation that was going on with meddling behind the scenes. I don't want McLaren. I don't want Pardew. I don't want Atkins. Martinez, I would take, but is he going to leave the Belgian job? From what I've heard, it's going to be a manager who's out of work as it is. So it's not going to be someone it's going to be someone who's out of work. I've heard people say Holloway, Connor, and I wouldn't mind Holloway, to be honest with you. Holloway, I wouldn't mind. I think he'd be good. He's understanding. ethos. But is it too much? Pearson won't come. I am so sick and tired of hearing people say Pearson. Pearson has said every single time, Jay, that Pearson has said that he will not manage Sheffield Wednesday Football Club. He's a fan. He doesn't want to be ruin the legacy he's already got with the club. He has said on many occasions that he does not want the Wednesday job. I apologise for people that have come early into this. I just want to get this dream done tonight. It's been a very, very long day for me, and I just want to get it done, and I want to be able to walk my dog and then be able to get to bed at a reasonable time without them being able to wake up and have my little and not waking me up at 5:30. So I'm knackered. I'm basically saying. I don't know who anyone else called Steve Bruce was the Wednesday manager then. Must have been a temp last season. Called last I knew was looking for a permanent replacement for Joss. What? Yeah. We don't want another clown. We've had two of them already. It's a weird one because there's somebody I think we might actually get, and he was looked at for the job at West Brom before they brought in Bilic. Now, that's a team at the minute you're not hearing much about. What's his name? I said it already this week as well. Shit. Hang on. Managers. That was the fuck up belt. Nah, I thought it. Sorry, I'm trying to look up the manager. I can't remember his bloody name. I've done searches on him all this week as well. And my brain gone fried. It's another German manager, I know that. Got a decent little reputation and a decent little record from what I've seen. But at the same time, is it another one of those things where do we want to go for another German style manager that we're going for? Darren Moore gone to Donny Callum. He's Donny Rovers manager. He only just signed. He won't do a Bruce. And he's an ex-Donny player as well. So it's a good call. I would have had him. But he's now gone to... Oh, bloody hell. He's gone to Donny. So it was a good shout, that one. Chris Hughton's out of it. The other one I would have a look at. What about Chris Coleman? He just come back from being in China. Got good connections. He's known as a little bit of a science... Like the science of it. He came across quite well on that Sunderland documentary on Netflix. So that's one I wouldn't mind. But could we go, and I know it's a long shot, could we go down the route of some like Mikel Arteta kind of thing? I know it's one that it's a big shout and we're not used to him. It'd be first manager's job. It's like, I think, do we go down like a... I don't think anybody wants Di Canio. We don't want Monk, definitely not Callum. If you look at... We don't want Monk. If you look at what Monk got a lot of legal issues at the minute, and it's all to do with players he brought in and with his agent. So, it's one of those things. I wouldn't want Monks. With what I can see... And I've heard it doesn't sound good with what's going on with Monk. He's currently going to have legal issues with the likes of Leeds, United, Birmingham, and possibly Middlesbrough. So I would not want to look at Monk as manager. Karanka, yes. Not purely like you said. Di Canio, no. The guy has been erased from my memory already. We had a good pre-season so far. 3-1 win at Lincoln, find another thing. Who will the new manager bring in? Gary Rowe is a good shout, but he does have previous doing similar to what happened with Brucey. But Gary Rowe is a very good choice. Known as a bit of a taskmaster, know what he can do. Also, on the pre-season, thanks Steve for that one, bringing that up. Who went to the pre-season games? I was at the Stoppy Park Deal game. That is my local non-league club. pretty much on my doorstep. I went to that. I thought we had a great run out, to be fair. The goal we scored was good. And that Harris is quick. He got a good eye for movement. He dropped his shoulder really well. He's really good at getting in behind him. He's a good player. Gus Poyet. Is Gus out of contract? He's not at a club already, is he? Because you got to remember, whoever we're bringing in... 2008. Alright. Yeah, Poyet's a good shout. That's not bad. I didn't think of Poyet, to be honest with you. Does have a decent little bit of a thing with what he did at Brighton. He had a little bit at Sunderland, didn't he, as well? So, yeah, that's not a bad shout, actually. I wouldn't mind taking Gus Poyet. He would be a decent player to bring in. I really wouldn't mind that at all, actually. That is a very good shout, Glenn. So, our situation at the minute is that we are going to get money of some sort for these, I want to say, what's the best way of putting it? Deserters. That's better. We are going to get some money for them, by the sounds of it. I don't know how much, but we are going to get something. And if we don't get something, you watch bloody DC go and take him to court. Roberto Di Matteo, that's a good shout, but he's not done much in a while. Cook at Wigan. Dennis Perez, Hancock, will be good to see what he could do with a bit of money. I like that. The Cowley brothers, I like that, but at the same time, it's an interesting one, that one, because that will be a big step up for them. I'd be love to see what they could do. Anyone that you're looking like that, you're thinking of a bit of what's going on with Doak. So it's a big step up for him for his job, going from Luton to there. And you got to think, there's a lot of people who we need to flush out, in a sense, to find out who we want. And you got to remember, Chansiri is going to be so cautious about who we go for now. And he's probably going to have the situation where he's not going to trust people on what they say. And he doesn't want a yes man, I don't think. I don't think he wants a yes man. He wants who can do the job. He thought he had that in Steve Bruce. He gave him everything he wants. And then he's done what Steve Bruce does and turned it back on a club that want him. The fans want him, not anymore. And now he's going to a club where the only person that actually wants him is Mike Ashley, because he's the cheap option and he'll do as he's told. But if that takeover goes through, Steve Bruce isn't the manager there, and this is his last job. But I'm now of that opinion that takeover is dead. Now, I really do. I don't understand why Bruce made 3 signs to go in that. Well, yeah, that's really confusing. But it's one of those things. You don't know how far the talks were, because he got the talk quite quickly, to be honest with you. But we don't know. When they talk, he said they started 2 days ago. I'm calling bullshit. I think they started a lot earlier. A lot earlier. I think if you really want, and I'm being seriously, if he really wanted the Newcastle job, why didn't he wait 6 months? Everyone knew Rafa Benitez was not going to sign a new contract. Everyone knew that he wouldn't do it because he wasn't going to get what he promised. If you look at Newcastle today, they have now got rid of Perez, 30 million. They've now just got rid of Hosselu today. And I think that leaves them with just Dwight Gale up front. And that lad they got from America. So it doesn't leave them with much now. And that's a big job for Bruce, but he can go fucking do it. Or like, I don't give a shit anymore. Let's have a look. Let me have a look. Let me just read some of your comments first before I start getting stuff sorted here. Hi, Redknapp. Now, Adebayo did look classy, looked very good. He was everything we needed. If you looked at Harris, was really good as well. Harris was really positive. I told you, had a good game at Stockbridge. Ash Baker was very good at Stockbridge. He was lightning. I loved how he played. He did well. Callum, we don't know. Hector could still be a possibility. You don't know with that one, because at the end of the day, he may not want to go work for a manager who's just done that. Some players have they like to know what's going on, if that makes sense. What's it, Callum? Callum, we are linked. Where is it, Callum? Did you see a striker we linked with? I didn't see a striker we linked with. Who is he, pal? No idea. To be fair, I haven't looked at anything when it comes to transfer rumours today, just because it's been all down to what's going on with Bruce, and to be fair, that's all it's been. Let me just read some of the comments here. Are we linked with any new players? We're linked with no one at the minute, Callum Blake, mate, apart from this striker you just told me about. I reckon we need 3 signings. I think we need another central defender. I think we need another person in midfield. If anything, we need to sell players. We need to sell players, then buy players at the minute. We need to sell and buy, actually, to give you what I think. Because we are not good at balancing the books. There are too many players on our books at the minute, and we need to sort that out. There's too many, way too many, and we need to start getting players out. What about Rhodes? Should we sell him? Well, Rhodes is interesting. Rhodes has been linked back with Norwich on loan, so that could be a thing we do. I hate to say it, I still want to see us keep Rhodes and see what happens. Norwich apparently on the verge of getting a deal for him sorted. If that gets done and we can get something done for him, then fantastic. It's another one off our wage bill, and it will mean it's a striker gone, which we are top heavy, so that would be a good idea there. I wouldn't mind that. Guys, don't forget to like this video. Thank you, Callum. Claudio Pirlo. Ranieri wouldn't take it. Pure might take it. I'm not being funny. Pure might take it, but I think he's a bit let down with what's going on with English football in general. Let's have a look. Is the new fitness coach still with us? It looks like Tony's still here because he's only just signed his contract. He would have to honour it, and if they wanted him, they would have to pay again. The ones I'm actually a bit more concerned about are the likes of the recruitment people Bruce brought in. Let me just put my seat up a bit because it's doing my head in. The recruitment lads he brought in, because so far they've done really well with what they brought in. If you remember, Bruce brought in 2 lads he knew from Villa. Now, do they stay here and work under thingy, because they were working on the D Smith for a bit, or do they go with him? And that's one of the things that have been an issue. Our recruitment has been shit, and it needs to get better. We've not recruited well recently. I've seen that about Zhao going to Birmingham. I did see the meeting with Chancellor. I'm still not sure if it was him. For sake of it, I'll say it probably was him. But I still don't think it was Chancellor. I think it was someone else. But he looked a little bit like Kurt Zuma. My sources tell me Steve Bruce, who resigned as manager Sheffield, went to... Oh, fuck off, Moose. You're a fucking arsehole. Hi, Stuart. How are you? Holloway's a no-go. I don't know. Holloway could be one we look at. Why do you think it's a no-go, Callum? Holloway's always had a bit of respect for us at the club. He's always said when he's on TV he likes us. I think Holloway could be one up there. I wouldn't mind seeing him. Yes, he wouldn't be a lot of people's choice, but he is someone who has got a bit of respect for the club, and he does respect clubs and chairmen, so we see there. Hope the fucking snake is proud of himself and his minions. Yeah, they're going as well, Callum XX. They will be going as well. We're just the other 2 Steves. They will be going because they've resigned anyway. But we'll wait. I think we're waiting on some sort of compensation for them. It's gonna look more and more like it's gonna be about 5 million, 6 million. If the papers touting the money is right, it's 4 million for Bruce, and it's 1.3 or 1.5 for the other 2 Steves. And then if they want anyone else, it's going to be even more, isn't it? Oh, God, no, not Steve McLaren. The problem is, the issue I had before Houghton ruled himself out was you could have had the same situation again, where they sack Steve Bruce, they then go, oh, we want to go after someone like, so he knows the club, he's good with the fans. Oh, Chris Houghton, we had him before, we'll have him. I didn't want us to go down that route, so I'm kind of happy Houghton turned us down, but at the same time, he would have been a good bet. At the minute, it's going to be very, very interesting what happens full stop. We have a game tomorrow, so I am guessing Bullen and the other coaching staff are going to be in charge, Nicky Weaver and co. So what annoys me is how he'd gone. I'll tell you the bit that annoyed me with his interview where he said, out of respect for Newcastle. What about out of respect for the club that you're employed to? What about out of respect for your chairman that let you have a month off before you fucking joined because he was caring and compassionate? You reckon Mike Ashley would have given you that kind of luxury? No, it was told you get to work and get working. And the thing is, I think the situation you've got here is where, and I said it last stream, Steve Bruce is going, I want this player, that player, and that player, and that player. And Mike Ashley's going to go, with what? I ain't got any money for you. I spent it on you lot. Go do what you need to do. Because any loan between Wednesday and Newcastle, or any players say they want to buy a player from Wednesday, we're going to play massive hardball with them now. We really are. I can't see that relationship being any good until the situation with Mike Ashley owning that club is done. Could you imagine if we get them in the cup this year? He's going to get pelters, and so he bloody should. Let's have a look. Hope Zhao doesn't go. Bit Zhao, I like Zhao. The problem is Zhao is inconsistent. Bannon said if he actually played how he did in training and did that week in, week out, he'd be at a bigger club. And he would. And the thing is, let's remember, if Zhao did go, Zhao only signed a contract a couple of months ago. Wasn't that long ago at all. So we have the situation where we would actually get a fair amount for him. So it'd be interesting then. Give me a moment. My computer's being an arse. I apologise if this becomes very loud. I need to put a fan on. Oh, bloody hell. Because it's so warm up here. Right, I apologise for the noise, guys. It's baking up here, and I'm trying not to have my laptop overheat. That's all that we've got here. Jake, we need an experienced manager at the moment with FFP and how to... Callum, we had that. That's the problem. We had that. We all thought we had that. The issue you've got is, who's going to come to the club with what's going on with FFP? We don't, and that's another thing. Are we out of the embargo? Are we still in the embargo? Are we okay with the Football League? Are we not? We don't know. The problem is the communication from the club recently has been piss poor. It needs to be a hell of a lot better at the moment. We need to know a little bit more than what we're getting. But at the minute, we're not going to get that. So look. Do you know I've heard that as well, Glenn. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't actually mind that as a good one to come in. It would be a good first little thing for him to do. I wouldn't mind Van Bronckhorst, actually. That will be quite interesting. You got to think, are we going to go down a trusted try route where we know the manager's done it before, he got out of it, he knows what he's doing, or are we going to go down are we literally going to go down a Derby and go for or Rangers to go for Gerrard, a player who just retired, looking to make his first chops into management? But then you've got the situation, then does that lead us into having a Derby situation where the manager does really, really well, and then his old club needs a new manager and they take him, and then we're back to square one again? It's a tough situation we put us in. Steven Gerrard would never come to Sheffield Wednesday. Not a chance in hell. Who you on about? Glenn, who's dabbed DC in the back? What you mean? I don't get what you mean. Explain on that one for me, Glenn. Did Bruce freeze out Van Aken? Van Aken hasn't been fit, mate. Van Aken has not been fit. That's the issue with Van Aken. He's not been getting... His fitness needs to get better. That's his issue. And he looked solid at Stockbridge. He looked like he properly done well. Van Aken had the situation where he had one injury and then he had another injury, and it was one of those snowball effect. It went from one to another to another. It was bad. Who's been linked with the job? Well, so far Chris Houghton has turned us down, Stuart. So far we are looking at the likes of Zola, and bear in mind the people linked with the job are literally bookies, so we know how reliable they are at times. Let me have a look. So you can rule out Chris Houghton, Gary Monk, Aitor Karanka, Rowett, Roy Keane, Nigel Pearson, but you can take Pearson off the list because he said he don't want it anyway. Tony Pulis, Daniel Cowley, Mark Hughes, David Moyes, Sam Allardyce, Alex McLeish, Carvalho, but he just got another job. The Barnsley manager, Ian Holloway, Paul Clement, and they are literally what we've got now. And my stream has crashed. Why has my stream crashed? That's a possibility, mate. In the chat, guy, can you let me know if the stream crashed because my camera's not showing me? Because I think my computer might have died. If you can see me and everything's working, let me know, guys, because at the minute on my side it crashed in not a great position. You know what? What we're going to do here, we are going to... Because you can still hear me, can't you, guys? Let me know if you can hear me. Because the video thing. Yeah, I know. Can you still hear me? Give me a minute. Cam gone, audio is okay. Alright, I'll do some playing around. I think everything's overheated. So let me just quickly grab a picture. Give me a moment. Right, great. Just give me, literally guys, just give me 2 minutes because my camera has froze like a twat. Oh, for fuck's sake. You know what, I'm going to cheat. This is what we'll do. This is really cheating, but I don't care. I need the image. I normally have a file full of images on it, and they're gone. So hang on. Piss. Just give me a minute, guys. I think it's so warm up in this office, and I think my camera's overheated. Do apologise, everyone. So just give me 5 minutes. I will look at your questions in a minute. Ah, fuck's sake. Save as. That'll do. Save. Oh, nope. FWSCDD. Save. Right, go to